So when you're looking at drawing with shape, what you need to consider is what basic shapes can you see inside the insect that you're looking at. So I'm going to take this part first of all because this stands out to me. Now if we look at the basic shapes along here, it doesn't exactly fit into any of those, but it's most like the square. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a square, but we're going to curve out the sides and we're going to curve around the edges and make the bottom wider than the top. So basic shape that we're looking at here is something like that, and that becomes a little bit easier to draw then. Okay, around here we've got a sort of diamond shape, and I'm even going to overlap it to complete the diamond shape, and at the bottom here we have half an oval. So when you start thinking about it like that, suddenly it becomes just three simple shapes rather than a difficult beetle. Okay, and then we're going to look at the shape of these. So this to me is a triangle on either side, so that's what I'm going to draw, a triangle. And then we've just got simple flicky curvy line for each one. The head, we've got two little ovals with a curvy line on each side, and again to me these look a bit triangular except for a straight line. We've got a curved one. Okay, then here again another triangle shape with a line coming out the bottom. This one is a little bit more difficult, kind of looks like a rectangle to me, that one. And then we've got a big curved triangle towards the bottom, rectangle, big curved triangle, and then again a triangle with a line at the bottom. Okay, so now that's exactly what we're going to draw on the opposite side of the page. Okay, so I'm going to start in the same place that I did, which is towards the middle, and it's always good to start your drawings towards the middle because it gives you lots of room. So I'm drawing that sort of square rectangle shape that's wider at the bottom, narrow at the top, and it's got curved edges. Then the diamond that overlaps with the head, and the two almost semicircular triangle shapes that are pointing out a bit. And then we've got the curve with the oval on, and then the curve this side with the oval on. Okay, so now I'm going to go into this part of the body, which I said was almost half an oval. And you can see I'm being quite sketchy and loose, and I'm drawing quite lightly, so when I've got it accurate I can draw over the top and I can rub all of those sketchy lines out. Then on this part here, my triangular shape that's gone a bit curvy with that extra part poking out. The same over this side, and then we've got the extra legs here. And this sort of rectangular shape that happened joining that leg to the body, and then there were these with the big sort of curvy triangular shapes for the legs at the bottom, and then coming back up to this side again, another one of those curvy triangular shapes, and another square rectangle type shape with a leg again curving down in a big arcing triangle towards the bottom. Okay, so you can see there I've got the basic shapes correct. So then what we can start to do is, once we've got the basic shapes, we can start to look at the detail. So I've got a triangle shape in the back of my beetle, and that has a line that runs down the centre where its wings are going to open up. I can start adding some detail to the legs where it's got little spikes for grips coming off its legs. I can start joining and connecting my shapes together in a bit more definite outline to bring my drawing together and start it to make it look a little bit more realistic altogether. So again, some spikes on this leg. just defining those shapes, making the lines more confident as I go, and as I say, I can go in with a rubber and rub these bits out. There's a couple of little hairs and things that I'm going to use line to show along here, and then the same on this one. And going into the head, I'm just changing the little shape a little bit because I can see curves that come up and in and out, and I'm going to add those on. And I'm going to only do half of this one because I want you to be able to spend much more time on your drawing than I am on mine. But just so you can get an idea, I'm going to thicken that line up there. And there you go, that's half of my drawing done, simply using basic shapes, and you'd go and apply the same to the other half once you'd finished.